Hello, and welcome to Action Theater Presents Phone Booth. We're back. We're back. Action Theater Presents a new for 2025. Um, so this kind of did this one on a whim. Anyway, this is Phone Booth. I don't know if you guys saw it or know about it. It came and went way back in 2002. Even though Fandango says it was 2003. Uh, but it's got a high audience score of 64% on Rotten Tomatoes. Certified Fresh 72. And it's got a very short synopsis. An innocent man is held hostage in Manhattan in a phone booth. Remember phone booths? Who remembers phone booths? By a sniper who controls his every move. That's about the lowdown of the phone booth synopsis. The lead scene. Do you have anything to say about this film?
Yes, like Bill said, this is a phone booth from either 2002 or 2003, depending on which synopsis you believe. And this is a film that is directed by Joel Schumacher, written by Larry Cohen, and sports a pretty interesting cast. Two guys who have been in the kind of in the news of late. Colin Farrell, of course, who's getting ready to do the film version of the Ordained comic book. So I'm really looking forward to that. And of course, Kiefer Sutherland, who we've seen here on the show a few times, who is currently into Hooskow because apparently he went all Jack Bauer on Limo Driver.
I heard he got in trouble. It was a limo driver. I heard it was an Uber or a rideshare driver,
something like that. Yeah, but yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. And of course, we also have in this film Forrest Whitaker, Rhoda Mitchell, Katie Holmes, Richard T. Jones, who you might remember from Event Horizon, which we've done here on the show. We also have James Matteo, who you might remember from Band of Brothers, played Percani. He's in this film as well. And we also have a couple of uncredited cameos from both Ben Foster and Jared Leto. So, yeah. And like Bill said, this is a short one. It's under 90 minutes, and it's once the fit hits the shan in this movie, it starts to go down pretty quick.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, and it does not end the way you think it's going to. So yeah, buckle up, and of course, stay with us to the end of the movie, and I will go into the some trivia about the film. And also, I do want everybody once again to remember this is not a public domain film. We, as much as we would like to, we can air it live. If we did, we would basically have to turn it into like a slideshow, and we don't really want to do that. We want to bring you the whole entire film. So what you will have to do would be, if you're watching live, you can join us on Cosme. The link is at the top of both chats. This is a movie that is available on disc. I do know there was, I saw it on, I think I saw it on Blu-ray at the time. So either on Blu-ray or DVD, but it is available on physical media. And I believe Fandango, I believe, has it. And probably Tubi, I'm sure. This would be right up Tubi's alley. And probably Amazon and other various places. So it is available, and you can find it. It's out there. Do want to say hello to a few people who've joined us in the chat. Sergeant Giratina, good to see you, sir. Coon the News, friend of both channels. Friend Connie Cleary, aka Fluff Chick Productions.
Yeah.
Inspiration TV, aka,
Hello.
aka Orville Nation. So joining us. And of course, a friend of both channels, Andrea Black.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's take this roller coaster ride. It's gonna be quick.
I should. Why is my Cosme not up? Hold on. Yeah, just go ahead. Go ahead. I'll join you.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, hit it.
Without further ado. Yeah, this movie does not overstay its welcome whatsoever. It
No.
gets over in a quick. It's so fast paced and intense.
Yep. Yep. 20th Century Fox logo, which means Disney owns this movie now. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That's okay. This movie wouldn't be able to get made today because I doubt there's any phone
No.
booths left in Manhattan. In the early 2000s, there was, and then they slowly dissipated as time went on. If anybody knows of any phone booth or phone payphone in Manhattan, let us know because that's a fact that I would like to know. Is there a phone booth or payphone anywhere still in Manhattan? The film kind of plays on your audio senses here at the beginning, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Of course, this is in the heart of uh, Times Square,
Mhm.
as you can tell. I've never actually been there in real life. I've seen it on film and television a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you gangsta. Well, in 310 to Yuma, yeah, but and the guy standing in the middle there, he was in the miniseries The Pacific. And the guy playing the cop, he's been in a lot of stuff too. He's in Tulsa King, I think.
Howdy to the voice of Northern Oklahoma, Curtis Shelby. Good to see you, my friend.
Curtis.
Hello, hello to Andrea Black.
What's new with Google Ads? Google AI.
So I guess he's a talent agent. I gather.
He's a publicist in a yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's basically like one of those guys like Adam Sandler and Uncut Gems, where he's just this spinning all these different plates in the air and playing both ends against the middle. And
I bet you he wishes he never stepped in that, dude.
yeah, because he's in this phone booth for the rest of the film.
He still didn't need to be rude to this guy who's just doing his job.
No, no. You're not supposed to like them at the beginning,
Yeah.
or really the middle, or you know. But by the end, yeah. Katie Holmes, of course.
And now the plot thickens. They always say they're not married, right? As he hears the gun cock. People don't even know what happened. Stand up and be a man, Stu. Ah, it's got a laser scope. One would have never thought that a person in a phone booth would cause so much drama and disrupt. I mean, like this could not happen today because communications come so far. Hey, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you. Yes, happy Thursday to everyone.
All righty, I'm back. Is Paula Parker done screeching yet?
The the strip club guy, he got shot and
Yeah, well,
killed.
that's what you do when you're an asshole. Hello to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Good to see you.
I like the big advertisement for Net Zero, a company that's basically gone way of the dodo. Mm. Mm.
Yes, but thank goodness some sanity has arrived. Yes, but that was mostly around Dawson's Creek time period. Jeez. Okay. Whoops.
Who wouldn't want to shoot this guy?
Oh, gang's all here.
Yeah. I've been waiting for that number. 8675309.
5309. Hi, Pam. Hi, Kelly. Hello, Siegfried. Hello, Roy. Chief McLeod. Nope.
Man, he killed the pizza guy.
He killed the pizza guy.
The man was just doing his job. Uh-oh. Don't be a pizza delivery guy in New York. Yeah, yeah, Curtis. No, you don't. You liar.
And these cops who have been dealing with a sniper all day aren't paying attention to the fact that there's a guy walking through the crime scene that has a case that can hold a rifle in it.
Yeah.
Does it? Oh. My phone rings all the time. If it's a number I don't recognize, I don't pick up.
I've been getting like 7 times a day, like spam call after spam
Yeah.
call. I can't stand those.
All right. Well, that was phone booth. Shall I consult the scrolls?
Yes, you shall.
All right. IMDb lists the release date of this film at April 4th, 2003, whilst
Okay.
also saying the film is from 2002. All right. The estimated budget was $13 million and it went on to gross over 97 million worldwide. So it actually did pretty decent.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a winner in today's world.
Yeah. All right. Awards include Best Director at the AARP Movies for Grown-Ups Award. The Black Reel Awards nominated Forrest Whitaker for Best Supporting Actor, as well as the NAACP Image Awards. Kiefer Sutherland was nominated for Best Villain at the MTV Awards. MTV Movie Awards Mexico nominated Colin Farrell as Best Colin Farrell in a movie.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they make up shit like that. The Golden Schmoes Awards listed the movie as second place as the most underrated movie of the year. The Teen Choice Awards nominated Colin Farrell for Best Breakout Movie Star. The Teen Choice Award for Best Movie Liar, who made the MTV Awards, and nominated him for Best Actor in a drama/action adventure film. All right. There were 8 filming locations. 211 West 5th Street, Los Angeles, California, Manhattan, and Times Square. On to the trivia. At one point, Jim Carrey reportedly showed interest in the lead role. Michael Bay considered directing. When he met with the writer and producers, the first thing he asks was, how can we get him out of the phone booth? Not the point of the film, Michael. Needless to say, Michael Bay did not direct the film. The part of the sniper was originally shot with Ron Eldard, but was later replaced by Kiefer Sutherland in reshoots. Will Smith was attached to star at one point. After premiering at TIFF, the movie was set to be released on the 15th of November, 2002. However, after the Beltway sniper attacks in October of 2002, 20th Century Fox decided to delay the release until April of 2003. Screenwriter Larry Cohen originally pitched the concept of a film that takes place entirely within a phone booth to Alfred Hitchcock in the 1960s. Hitchcock liked the idea, but he and Cohen were unable to figure out a plot reason for keeping the film confined to a booth. Once the idea of a sniper came to Cohen in the late 1990s, he was able to write the script in under a month. The toy robot vendor is speaking in Swahili. The phone booth is supposedly on the north side of West 53rd Street between Broadway and 8th Avenue. The filming began there, but it was already November 2000 and much too cold for the cast and the crew. After one day, the shoot took over in a historic section of downtown LA on 5th Street. It looks like New York, save for the well-known Studio 54 and Ed Sullivan Theater, which are on the original locations block. All scenes were shot in order as they happened. The scenes inside the phone booth took 10 days to shoot. The other 2 days of the 12-day schedule were used on exterior shots of the booth surroundings. The shot of Katie Holmes in the restaurant was filmed in between takes when the actress was resting. Joel Schumacher liked the look, so he added it in. The phone actually worked, and there was someone on the other line talking to Colin Farrell, speaking as the caller, but Kiefer Sutherland's voice was added during post-production. All the actors had earpieces and radio mics so they could hear what everyone was doing. Mel Gibson was set to star and even gave screenwriter Larry Cohen some helpful suggestions that wound up in film, but he eventually backed out. Larry Cohen said at one point that he pitched the idea to Tony Curtis, who was interested, but Curtis made too many demands, so producers passed on him. The events in the film occur in real time. Extras hadn't read the script, so most of their reactions are genuine. Jared Leto was in the film, playing an actor in a theater production of Dracula, spelled Drocka. He and Colin Farrell's character have a quick scene in an alley. The scene was deleted from the film, but restored when the film was aired on television. 20 years later, Leto played the title character as a vampire in Morbius. There are 143 F-bombs. That's why the movie's rated R, folks. During the movie, when the caller warns Stu not to move, he says, you can get shot 41 times for pulling out your wallet. This is a reference to the killing of Amadou Diallo. The police approached him. He pulled out his wallet, presumably to show him his ID. They mistakenly thought it was a gun, and the 4 officers on scene fired 41 rounds at him. He was shot 19 times and died as a result of his injuries. Larry Cohen worked on the script for the movie Cellular while he tried to get the screenplay for Phone Booth sold. In a New Yorker article, he says he wrote Cellular with the intention that it would be the direct opposite to Phone Booth. Phone Booth is about a man trapped on a phone, trapped in a booth. A man. Let me try that again. Phone Booth is about a man trapped on a phone in a booth, while Cellular is about a man still trapped on a phone, but he can go anywhere. However, his friends told him he had written the same screenplay twice. Not really. I've seen both the movies. There's enough difference. When Stu is being told to hang up the phone by the prostitute played by Paula Jai Parker, she calls him the N-word. This was ad-libbed. So who do you think you can talk to? So who do you think you're talking to? Look that Colin Farrell gives her after she says it is genuine. Yeah, I don't blame you. According to writer Larry Cohen, the movie was turned into a stage play in Japan in 2009. He never attended a showing because he doesn't understand Japanese, so he wouldn't have understood it anyway. But to his knowledge, it ran successfully for 4 or 5 months. I'm sorry. Pam, minus the L, was played by Katie Holmes. Says that she's playing a character in Jerry Maguire, an acting class that film starred Tom Cruise, who was married to Holmes from 2006 to 2012. Roger Jackson, who voiced Ghostface in the Scream films, was the original choice for the caller. An Indian remake of this movie was made named Knockout. The film marked the third collaboration between Kiefer Sutherland and Forrest Whitaker. They previously collaborated on Article 99 and Sutherland's directorial debut, Last Light. The film is set in real time, so the time span in which the film takes place is as long as it takes to watch it, much like 24. Starring Guess Who? And produced by Guess What Studio. Principal photography on the film was completed in 10 days with an additional 2 days of establishing shots, pickups, and reshoots. This accelerated filming schedule was aided by the adoption of French hours, a work schedule that skips the typical 1-hour production shutdown for lunch break. None of the extras were given instructions on what was happening, just that they should react accordingly. All their reactions to shots being fired in Stu's confession are genuine. Ray Liotta turned down the role of Captain Rainey. Mark Wahlberg turned down the role of Stu Shepard in order to star in Planet of the Apes. In several shots throughout the film, a piece of graffiti is sewn tagged on the phone booth. The graffiti is part of the Obey skateboarding clothing brand. This is likely a fun Easter egg thrown in as one of the main subjects of the film is obedience. This was Colin Farrell and Joel Schumacher's second film together. The first was Tigerland. Joel Schumacher was the first director attached, but dropped out to make Flawless instead. Mel Gibson was then in line to direct the film, but then also opted out, followed by the Hughes brothers. They too quit when From Hell received the green light. Next up was Michael Bay, who allegedly wanted to open the film up from its confined phone booth setting. By the time he quit, Schumacher had finished shooting Flawless and was ready to take up the reins again. Having worked with Farrell on Tigerland, Schumacher was keen to give the lead to Farrell. Studio executives had yet to see Tigerland and so objected to this casting choice, instead campaigning for Jim Carrey to take the lead. They soon changed their minds when they saw Farrell's work in Schumacher's previous film. According to Kiefer Sutherland, Colin Farrell's tears during the confession scene were real. Farrell, who lives with chronic insomnia, was not able to sleep the night prior, and he was crying the mere concept of shooting all day. Luckily for him, he nailed it on the first take so much the crew applauded and rapped. The handgun the caller left in the booth was a Smith & Wesson Sigma 380. The caller refers to the pistol as the finest cop killer money can buy. That's what they're saying. Don't yell at me, YouTube. A giveaway is that this is a Sigma 380, and the 380 ACP is its particular iron sight. Magazine release and Smith & Wesson writing on the front of the left side of the frame. The Sigma 380 doesn't use traditional front and rear sights, and instead has a single slot cut across the top, creating the illusion of a front sight when aimed. Like a rudimentary version of the gutter snipe on the ASP, the character Felicia claims that Stu has a Glock, which he used to kill Leon. Smith & Wesson was actually sued by Glock for copying their design for the Sigma. Tom Cruise was also considered for the role of Stu Shepard, as well as Nicolas Cage. As of February 2018, there are 4 phone booths remaining in NYC, all of them on West End Avenue, 66th Street, 90th Street, 100th Street, and 101st Street. They're being kept as artifacts to preserve the history of New York City. Katie Holmes played Rachel Dawes in Batman Begins. Colin Farrell played the Penguin in The Batman, and Joel Schumacher directed both Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Caller says that he would have to be at least 50 to have gone to Vietnam. Kiefer Sutherland was 36 at the time of the film's release. This was the 4th collaboration between Sutherland and director Schumacher. They worked together on The Lost Boys, Flatliners, and The Time to Kill. Kiefer Sutherland, known for playing the vampire David in The Lost Boys, threatens Colin Farrell, who would go on to play vampire Jerry Dandridge in the remake of Fright Night. Screenwriter Larry Cohen and director Schumacher both passed away a year apart. Cohen passed away in 2019, Schumacher in 2020. Forrest Whitaker hosted The Twilight Zone, a revival of the Twilight Zone series. The Jeopardy room also featured a character confined to one location as he spoke on the phone with a possible assassin, watching him from a separate location. This is the second time that Kiefer Sutherland plays a sniper. Time to Kill. After A Time to Kill, both films directed by Schumacher. Rhoda Mitchell and Kiefer Sutherland started together the same year in Dead Heat. The caller's real name is never identified. Steven Spielberg was at one point attached to direct. Kiefer Sutherland, the son of famous actor Donald Sutherland, who would go on to play Colin Farrell's dad in Horrible Bosses, 2011. May 23rd, 2022, the city of New York officially removed its very last public payphone. Manly Henry, a.k.a. Snoop Dogg, intern, resident, attending can be glimpsed as an extra in a couple of shots. Okay. Cast includes one Oscar winner, Forrest Whitaker, and one nominee, Colin Farrell. A Dolce & Gabbana sign can be seen occasionally in the background. That company created the suit worn by Colin Farrell's character. Stu and Kelly, played by Colin Farrell and Rhoda Mitchell. He was born in Ireland. She was born in Australia. Both used fake American accents for their characters in their film. Film was released just as the last phone booths in New York City were beginning to be removed. Then 5 years later, the plot would have been impossible. The rapidly vanishing phone booths are lampshaded in the opening narration, so it's arguable how unintentional the piece is. The original ending was that Stu would step out of the phone booth and start firing up at the windows. Then after Stu lets off 2 shots, the rubber bullet from one of the snipers hits him and he goes down. Raimi steps into the phone booth to get to the receiver and hears the SWAT team come in the door and wound the caller. The script ends when Raimi wants a final statement from the caller, and he says, starting to Stu, "But you'll never forget me. I gave you the most sterling day of your life. Say thanks." Then he dies. Cast as the villain, Kiefer Sutherland's likeness did not appear in the original posters. His face isn't even seen in the film's advertising until the film was released on video, when it became part of the cover. The scene where Stu confesses everything was shot in the first take. Colin Farrell got applause from those present right after the scene was shot. The rifle on the tripod in the sniper's window is an Accuracy International rifle. Accuracy International is a British firm that manufactures dedicated sniper weapons as opposed to offering modified hunting rifles like many other companies. The price of the setup in the movie ranges from $6,000 to $9,000 depending on what kind of scope is mounted. Carries a Stormer Pelican hard case, much too short to accommodate the Accuracy International AW. However, he said his rifle was a 30 caliber bolt action 700 with a carbon 1 modification. There's a real possibility that it could have been a Remington 700 in an AICS 2.0 folder, but in the end, it's still just a movie. It is therefore unlikely that this is the rifle, that this rifle is the one that shoots Leon or Stu. It is also worth noting that despite the depicted suppressor, the rifle report is far quieter than you would ever get with an Accuracy International AW. At the end, the caller has a rifle case with him, so it would be assumed that he was actually using a Remington 700, which he took with him at the end and left the Accuracy International AW as a decoy to further convince the police that the dead pizza guy was the shooter. It would also be noted the aforementioned Carbon 1 modification may be a Christensen Arms Carbon 1 custom, which is based off of a Remington 700 action. Kiefer Sutherland has second billing in the film, but is only on screen for less than 3 minutes, appearing at the very end, even though his voiceover is heard throughout. Final body count of the movie, 2. This was the 4th time that Kiefer Sutherland plays the villain in a film directed by Joel Schumacher, including The Lost Boys and The Time to Kill and An Eye for an Eye. Stu is trapped in a phone booth in this movie by a sniper. Another 24 similarities that Sutherland's character on the show is in a similar situation in the first season, where Jack Bauer is given instructions over his cell phone to be framed for killing a presidential candidate. If he does not comply, his wife and daughter will be killed. The phone booth can be seen as a confession booth, and the sniper is either a priest or God to whom Stu is confessing his sins. In the end, he's absolved. At the end of the movie, the caller walks right by the phone booth, even though it's a crime scene and should be taped off. Other people are also near the phone booth, and the police don't seem to care, as I brought up at the end of the film.
Yeah.
The caller is unlike most movie villains who are seen earlier in the film and are somehow related to the protagonist. The caller is simply a random person who is fed up with fake, arrogant people. He had never met Stu Shepard or the other people he chose for his executions prior to them. Even his appearance is surprisingly ordinary, an older, meek man with slick back hair, glasses, and cream-colored clothing. In the apartment of the caller, you can see an RCBS Rock Chucker reloading press, an RCBS Uniflow powder dispenser, and a powder scale. At the end of the film, a person can be heard picking up another ringing phone and saying hello, suggesting that the caller is still out there and continuing his work. In the film's commentary, Joel Schumacher stated that he was certain he would get some backlash for letting the sniper walk away unpunished at the end, but considered the ending perfect, stating, "So long as it gives the moralists a problem," before adding, "Fuck them if they can't take a joke." All right. That is it.
The scrolls are closed.
The scrolls are closed.
Oh, okay. Shall we tell the audience, our good, loyal folks out there, what we have in store for them next week?
Indeed.
All righty then. Next week we have from 1997 with Alec Baldwin and the great, it's The Edge. Why can't I always I forget the actors' names when it comes to think of them. So yeah, next week
Yes.
we will have The Edge.
The Edge from 1997.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin, Harold Perrineau, LQ Jones, and believe it or not, Elle Macpherson. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. And it's actually a pretty good one. It's based on a David Mamet story. And it's got some kick-ass action in it here and there. So
Yeah.
really looking forward to it.
That's what we have in store for you next week. We hope you will come back and be with us and give us your comments, your thoughts, and your opinions, and suggestions of something you'd like to see here on Action Theater Presents. We'd love to hear them. As you know, I have a crazy playoff scheduled ahead on Saturday and Sunday, kicking us off with the divisional round. The number one seed Denver Broncos playing at home against the Buffalo Bills, who are like a 2-point underdog. The Broncos are a 2-point underdog at home. I don't understand why. I'm just hoping my team, the Broncos, find a way to win. And then later that evening, we have on the NFC is the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks are also a number one seed. It's being played out of Seattle. And then, so we have that game in the evening at 6 p.m. And then Sunday, we have the New England Patriots taking on the Houston Texans at 1 p.m. And then at 4:30 p.m., we have the Bears taking on the LA Rams. So those are the streams that I will be covering live, play by play, action by action. Every heartfelt, every disappointment, every. So that's on the Outlaw Bill Sports Network, DOCHO. That's what I have coming up. How about you, Deleted Scenes?
All right. Well, later on tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern, you can join me for my program Coming Attractions. And you'll get to find out what I am going to be up to over the next week. So catch me there and you'll get the whole rundown.
Cool. As I always say at the end of these things, please remember to give us a share, give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe if you're new. It's free to you, no charge at all. And always remember to be excellent to one another. Party on. And we'll see you in the next one. And then here's Deleted Scenes with his parting words.
All right. And join us next week, same bat time, same bat channel, for The Edge from 1997. From HQ, our second home office in Arizona, and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond. Good night. Take care. Stay strong. Be safe and healthy. Don't upset Daddy Buddy. They might pull something crazy. Because this is how we win.